adding problems to our quiz. So you see here's the quiz that we created the last time. It still doesn't contain any problems. So if we want to add problems to this set, we head over to the library browser. Once we're on the library browser, we have to select a set to be adding problems to, and of course we want to be adding to our quiz, so we select that. And now where do we want to browse the problems from? We can pull problems from the Open Problem Library, but there's a lot of variation in those problems. Instead, I'm going to recommend that you pull problems from your course. That means that the problems that we'll be pulling are directly aligned to the problems that students have already been doing in their homework. So, which problem sets do we want to pull from? Well, it depends on what quiz you want to write. Let's say we want to give a quiz on the chain rule. We'll view the problems, and here you can see a list of all the problems that students have been assigned in the chain rule problem set. So some of these you can see are fairly straightforward. Here's a function, find the derivative. If you want something that might be a little more difficult for students to just type into Wolfram Alpha, then problems like this one, for example, don't really lend themselves to an algorithmic solution. Students must understand from the graph what the values of f and g and the derivatives of f and g are in order to take the derivative of their composition. So let's add that one. Here we have functions that only give the values of the functions and their derivatives, and they have to be combined in the proper fashion in order to find the derivative of the composition of the functions. Let's add that one as well. And then, this one's let's do like 4. Okay. When you're done selecting problems, scroll all the way back up. We see this button, Edit Target Set. That's going to allow us to change the order of the problems we selected and also change the value of each problem. Now, I can't see which problems are which. I'm going to click Render All. After I click Render All, I see which problems are which. And now let's say I want to put the graph problem last. Maybe I think that's the hardest one, so we put that at the end. Come on, there we go. And let's say we want to make each problem worth 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, and let's say we want to make the last one 10 points. When you're done editing the order and the weight for each problem, make sure to save your changes. And now we're ready to go. Just like with a regular homework set, you've got to make sure that you've set the dates that you want for when students can start and when they need to have it done by, and then you also need to assign it to all users. Now here you can see my quiz 1, I've assigned it to everyone already. So now students can begin at 11:15, end by 11:30, and they get 2 chances to pass this quiz.